In New Zealand, we're in a real unique situation. Most of the world hunts endemic species, but in New Zealand, the animals that we hunt are all pest species. So for me, it feels awesome to come in and source our food in a way that benefits the bush. In a way, we're protecting the legacy that our ancestors have passed down to us through hunting, and that's a unique situation. Most hunters across the world don't get to be in that position. In the Raukokore, deer numbers are high, and the vegetation around here can't support it, so most of the bush here is chewed out, all the palatables are gone. The degradation that those high numbers are having on the forest system is just terrible, eh? Yeah, it looks pretty good on the map, eh? Looks nice and open.
Yeah, it does. I'm seeing a lot of deer sign. A lot more than pig sign.
Bro, so much deer sign.
Yeah.
So much deer sign.
As hunters, we tend to get fixated on just trying to catch an animal, and it becomes the driving force behind why we're out here. And it, at times, will overshadow a lot of the other fun aspects of being here. We're in beautiful country, spend time with really cool people, and just pushing yourself to explore. There's just some amazing country to explore, and hunting's the reason why we're here. It's certainly not the driving force behind the enjoyment side of things.
That's what we wanted, mate. That's what we come in here for.
Incredible to see the amount of sign we've seen. Like, it rained last night, and there was fresh prints the whole out this creek, eh?
Yeah.
Just testament to the sheer amount of animals in here, eh?
And when you look at the amount of area we've got to cover, we're not even scratching a fraction of scratching the surface. There is absolutely no physical way that you can hunt this area out. From a numbers point of view, really just got to thin them out, eh?
This is a place where, as hunters, we should force ourselves to go. We've got some beautiful country, and it needs our help. If we're keen on hunting and keen on a good ecosystem, it's our responsibility as hunters to step up and do what we can.
When I'm in the bush, I like to live off as much vegetation that I can find as possible. And I reckon the reason I like to do that is because a lot of my fellow hunters and bushmen don't even know what to look for, don't even know what to eat. And I reckon a big part of it is just keeping that knowledge alive, eh? One of our primary food sources in the bush is supplejack tips. It's a really fresh tasting source of greenery, but in this area there's just such high deer numbers that they've eaten all the tips of the supplejack, and I've been looking for hours and can't find anything, so we might have to go to plan B. Yeah, it's real frustrating when an invasive species eating all your food. So this is the shoot of the supplejack. We finally found one. It's really fresh and green and delicious. It tastes just like the outside of a pea. Not your standard sweet vegetable from the supermarket, but it's a really good source of freshness and vitamin C for us when we're in the bush for a while. That was way more difficult than shooting those deer.
I actually think we would have shot a couple of deer by the time it took us to harvest these. But hey, all good things take time.
Yeah, time to energy ratio, eh?
Time to energy, mate. Let's go and cook these things.
Venison's the best meat there is in the bush, I reckon. What I love about it is it's just so tasty. Farm-raised venison, it just tastes bland in comparison. Venison's real gamey, it's real rich, and eating it in situ here, it's so tender, it's so fresh. You can't beat it.
If you're cooking wild game, that's naturally flavoursome, and just a small amount of sauces and accompaniments is all that's needed. It's certainly not a meat that requires marinating or stewing or anything. If you get the right cuts, it's stunning straight off a smoky fire. And I used to be so immersed in the hunting that I actually never really stopped to enjoy the spoils like this. It's awesome. This is all about food, people you're with, experiences. It's just the whole package now, eh?
To me, hunting's conservation. You can't separate the two. In New Zealand, deer are a pest species, and that's obvious by the devastation we've seen in here to the vegetation. And it's like that across the country. So for me, like, hunting is just another form of conservation. The more deer we take out of areas like this, the better it is for the planet, better it is for us, better it is for our families because they get fed. So to me, it's just real validating as a conservationist and hunter at the same time. You know, we're doing the right thing for the country.